Just getting connected up here. Oh, look, okay, we're going on Facebook. Awesome. It's kind of bad quality, but we'll figure it out as we go. Anyways, my name's Jason, and I'm the co-creator of Bitnetworker, and I just wanted to do my first live stream for our project here and talk a little bit about, I guess I'll start out with USDT or Tether, because that's all over the news lately the last week or so. Even before that, we've been hearing a lot about it, how it's, it could collapse and really hurt the price of Bitcoin, etc. And today I just came across this article, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen it if you've been paying attention to this stuff. U.S. regulators subpoena crypto exchange Bitfinex Tether. And this was actually posted today, January 30th, that's right. Yep, this was posted today. And I was reading through the article because I like to explore this stuff, not because I like it. It actually irritates me, not Tether, but actually the mainstream media altogether. And if any of you were in crypto or Bitcoin before the mainstream media, like last year, for the most part, other than the occasional Bitcoin coverage, they weren't covering it every day like this. The overall morale about the entire movement of crypto in general was good, positive. It wasn't too jaded. Sure, there was exchanges, scams and things like that going on, but now every day there's some new piece of news and information coming from the mainstream media. And this seems to be right at the perfect timing, right? So it's January 30th. We're already witnessing Bitcoin. It's probably going to drop below $10,000 as a result of this news. A lot of people are moving out of USDT, which I understand. They're running the same scam, I guess, that the Federal Reserve is, but nobody's proved it. But that's what the rumor is, or the information is, that they don't have, $2 billion worth of cash to back that cryptocurrency. And my argument to that is, well, the Federal Reserve is doing the same thing, yet these guys don't like competition, so they're going to go after USDT. Just a quick disclaimer, I've never even touched USDT. I've seen it across all the exchanges that I've been trading on for a long time, but I've never felt the desire to go into it or trade into it, just simply because it said USDT on it. That's just what I've been trying to get away from. That's why that's why I originally invested in Bitcoin and crypto, because I thought at the time, hey, this is a way that we can really stick it to the man. But it turns out, as the masses start to dive into Bitcoin and crypto, that they actually want the government to babysit them and protect them. It seems like that everybody is disillusioned by the fact that they are financial slaves. They're slaves to a system and a group of people that don't have your best interest in mind, my best interest, our best interest in mind. And I just figured I'd talk about it, because one of the main ways that they go about getting everybody's attention here and causing these jaded opinions and perception is by manipulating our minds and our consciousness through news. And this, just like I said, it happens to be at exactly the right time. So, and I just read that the commission sent subpoenas on December 6th. Okay, December 6th. So why is it being posted now on Bloomberg? Why is this being posted now? And it seems like they're really good at this, and there's really an all-out war on Bitcoin and crypto right now, as far as I'm concerned. And the second that I saw the CNBC crypto page, okay, and this was, how long has this page been around? Not long, right? But it's probably the fastest growing crypto page, has 100-something thousand followers. Not very many crypto Facebook pages have it. They don't say anything about themselves, but this is just a tool to manipulate and skew and jade people's perception. That's exactly what CNBC Crypto does. You cannot trust the mainstream media whatsoever. And if you get your crypto news from the mainstream media, man, I really don't know what to tell you. But it seems that we are definitely entering into some dark days, and we're at war. Like I just read this as well. Breaking: Facebook bans cryptocurrency ads. So, and I read this a little bit, and they say that it's to protect people from scams, right? When are we going to learn that we don't need to be babysat, that we don't need owners or masters, and that we can actually be responsible for ourselves? This is just highly frustrating to me. Facebook is banning all ads promoting cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin and ICOs. So this really hurts people like me or brands like Bitnetworker, as we use Facebook ads extensively to grow our business and promote our blog posts. So now Facebook's banning them. It's we are stepping into like an Orwellian era, as far as I'm concerned, in the United States when it comes to news and information, because these big companies like Facebook and YouTube are this is what goes on in China. You know, this is not what makes America free yet. Everybody still thinks they're living in a free country. They're really living in a penal colony or a tax farm, and nobody really knows what's going on. But more and more people's rights are being stripped and taken away from them every day, and that's the beauty of the blockchain, and that's why I'm so happy to be a part of this, and that's why I'm doing my best to see through all of this FUD that's going on out there, because it's absolutely ridiculous. So I like to look at these things, though, because I want to see what they're trying to do with people's consciousness. It's why I would go to a movie theater nowadays. I want to see what kind of information or what kind of seeds they're trying to implant into people's minds to further this agenda. And you know, I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not smoking weed. I don't do that. But I do like to pay attention to human psychology, and I do know that the media knows and understands that very well, and they know how to control it, and that's exactly what's going on with Bitcoin and crypto. And you might see the occasional like good post here, but everything has like a, I don't know what the word is for it, but a half-truth, like a danger hidden within it to kind of scare people, to keep people away from Bitcoin and crypto. So just be wary of that. You know, the mainstream media, no matter what channel you're watching, no matter who you voted for, it doesn't matter. They're all on the same team. They're all out to basically manipulate and skew people's perception for their own agenda, which is not a good one. It's about control and power, and you know, as George Carlin once said, it's a big party and you ain't in it, or something to that effect. So don't listen to this. I mean, I'm trying to talk to people that are really probably new to understanding the fact that this is what the mainstream media does. So if you're listening to it, I wouldn't pay much attention to it. I would instead dive more into some of the actual projects that are on CoinMarketCap, some of the blockchains that are coming up, and some of them that have been around for a while. Just try and keep your focus in there, because there is value in there. But it might be like this for a long time, because lately it seems like these guys are pulling out all the shots, and it's very disheartening to me. And I'm sure a lot of people out there who originally got involved with Bitcoin after learning about the Federal Reserve, after reading The Creature from Jekyll Island, and figuring out about this giant scam called the money system, or the US dollar. We all wanted a weapon, or we wanted something to do to fight back or to take our power back. And it's very disheartening right now to see all these suits and ties come into this market and manipulate everything. I'm not just talking about the media, I'm also talking about Wall Street and institutional investing. And this is something that a lot of people are happy about. But to me, it was like, have you ever like listened to a really cool band or found some really cool music that was kind of grassroots, and used to go there and maybe sing along with their songs or go to their shows, and then all of a sudden everybody found out about it, and then you couldn't even fit in there, you couldn't dance, you couldn't do all this stuff anymore. Well, that's happening with crypto, of course, and because money is a core part of it, of course, that was bound to happen. But there's still things that we can do about it, like actually get to know and understand the technology behind it and familiarize ourselves with blockchains, like Steemit, for example, which was the first altcoin aside from Ethereum that I ever invested in. And just get inside some of these communities that haven't been jaded by all of this, because it's very disturbing, to say the least. So I don't have a whole lot to say other than that. I get terribly disappointed anytime I see news or information like this. And of course, yes, USDT. Let's find out what's going on there. Like, is this a scam? Is it just like something that's going to collapse and hurt the price of Bitcoin even more? Or was it planned all along? We don't really know. That's the thing, is like we're dealing with a very sinister power here. And Bitcoin is a direct blow to this whole charade, or this whole game that they've set up. And you can bet that they're going to pull out all the stops to do their best to try and stop it altogether. But you can't really stop technology, but slow it. And you can see that that's happening, that's going on right now. So I don't know what's going to be happening with the prices of these coins and cryptos over the next like month or so, but I can tell that the feeling is completely different the way I feel when I wake up in the morning compared to what it was, not in December, but last year, you know. Um, and the year before that even, it was a feeling of excitement and elation, like this is a really cool thing. And I think that we can get back to that point, but we're just going to have to dive a little deeper and focus on the actual projects that are going to change the world and get behind the people that are masterminding this. You know, people like Dan Larimer of EOS, and look at these charts, are just super disappointing right now. But people that have thought out like what's going on in the world, and I think Dan's the perfect example of that. I don't need to just bring up his platforms or EOS or anything like that, but he is somebody that you know has thought about um, life, liberty, and property, and he was a big Ron Paul guy, and he's against violence. So it's the geniuses in the world that are thinking like this, that are, you know, thinking in principle, that are going to change the world. And you can bet that they're going to come up with projects and technology that are going to give any sort of evil, or, you know, any sort of like sinister power in place right now run for their money. And they're deathly afraid of that. They're really, really afraid of that. So it's important that we focus in on these things and not let these opinions get to us. And also, don't be so focused on the financial part. If you're just in it for the financial gains, then that's what creates the bubble. You know, it's a bunch of people rushing in, or the bubble that they call it, a bunch of people rushing in, trying to make quick profits and gains of something that they know literally nothing about. And so, you know, there's FUD being spread by the mainstream media, etc. But there's also going to be a lot of people that have lost a lot of money, you know, since Christmas time. People that have mortgaged their house, mortgaged their homes and whatnot to get invested with Bitcoin, may not have strong hands, maybe taking like huge hits and losses right now, and are severely like mad or angry at Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And this is going to be a long haul. That's all I got to say. And I wanted to just come out on video and say that. And hopefully I can clean up my whole setup here a little bit. I'm just getting started with live broadcasting for the first time, but we've been around doing this for years, mining Bitcoin and trading cryptocurrencies and just learning and investing in blockchain platforms. So yeah, it's a sad day. It's a sad time for crypto right now. But again, it's right after the holidays, and things are typically slow for everyone this time of year. So I'm sure things will pick back up. But having the mainstream media, having suits and ties and Wall Street involved is just severely irritating to me. And I thought I just want to express that. And it's really sad for me to see people that are pro-government and pro-regulation when it comes to cryptos, because that's the very thing that they were designed to replace. And they will at some point in time. It's only a matter of time. But I guess it's just a byproduct or a side effect of the welfare state, people wanting Uncle Sam to take care of them. That comes at a cost, which is, you know, war and death and destruction and loss of life, which is something that I'm not a fan of. And I think that anybody that's really hardcore into Bitcoin for its original purpose or intention feels the same way. So anyhow, just wanted to get out and say what's up. My name is Jason, and my brand is Bitnetworker, and I've been working on creating this for a long time, and it's just basically connecting people to different projects in the cryptoverse by creating groups. And we have apparel, and we've got bots, and we do all sorts of things. So it's an exciting time to be alive for people that are creative and people that are entrepreneurial. But we are going to go through some rough times. We're going through some rough times right now, and we just need to, again, stick to the original intention or focus, which is decentralization and disruption of these existing power structures. And we're seeing them like go to work right now. And people don't like to lose control. Nobody likes to lose control, and especially big, powerful conglomerates. They don't want to lose control. Things that have controlled, you know, life on planet Earth for thousands and thousands of years. You know, how long have banks and money been around and been allowed to go rogue? And I think it's funny that USDT, again, is under scrutiny for doing the same thing that they do. They don't like competition. So anyways, if you found this broadcast valuable, please subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back with more videos and more information. I'm going to be focusing on reviewing a lot of projects on the blockchain over the next couple months, but this is just a spur of the moment thing as I was getting my live broadcasting set up. So thank you for watching. Take care and aloha.